Good evening. Courage is grace under pressure, once said by Ernest Hemingway. Welcome to Bmc News Live, presented by Al Hilal Hospitals and Medical Centers English News. Myself, Shina Sultana, joining you with the daily news updates. Today's headlines. Consumer Protection Initiative launched. Supreme Council of Health President opened 3rd National Health Regulatory Authority Conference and Exhibition. Bahrain participated in Shangri-La Dialogue 2023. Facilities to deliver Zamzam to Hajj pilgrims unveiled. UAE announced a $20 million contribution for Palestine refugees in the Near East. Today's news in detail. Consumer Protection Initiative launched. The Ministry of Industry and Commerce announced the launch of the Consumer Protection Initiative for commercial establishments concerned with selling and trading commodities and food products in markets in all governorates of the Kingdom of Bahrain from June to December 2023. Sheikh Hamad bin Salman Al Khalifa, Assistant Under Secretary for Domestic and Foreign Trade, said that this initiative, launched by Consumer Protection Services Department under the ministry, shows the department's keenness to provide greater availability of commodities and food products to achieve social responsibility by the private sector towards consumers, citizens and residents in Bahrain. Supreme Council of Health present open 3rd National Health Regulatory Authority Conference and Exhibition. President of the Supreme Council of Health SEH, Lieutenant General Dr. Sheikh Mohammed bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, yesterday opened in the presence of Health Minister Dr. Jalila bint Al Sayyed Jawad Hassan the 3rd National Health Regulatory Authorities Conference and Exhibition held at the Diplomat Hotel. The affiliates of the health sector in the kingdom, in addition to the heads and officials of health entities in the Gulf Cooperation Council, as well as partners, participated in the 3-day event, which is sponsored by the Labour Fund Tamkeen. Addressing the opening ceremony, the SCH President expressed pride in the unwavering support of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to the medical sector in the kingdom. Bahrain participated in Shangri-La Dialogue 2023. Political Affairs Under Secretary at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Deputy Secretary General of the Supreme Defence Council, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmad Al Khalifa, participated in the 20th edition of the Shangri-La Dialogue SLD, attended by high-level defence, security, political and strategic affairs officials. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmad expressed pride in participating in SLD, Asia's premier defence summit, in light of the keenness of Bahrain under the leadership of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa, and thanked the policies of the government led by His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, the Crown Prince and Prime Minister, to promote dialogue and joint understanding as the best means to settle disputes using peaceful means, as well as to strengthen international cooperation and partnership in establishing regional and global peace and security in order to support sustainable development goals. His Majesty the King praised role of journalists in society. His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa has commended the efforts of Bahraini journalists in serving the nation and citizens. The King has underlined their credibility, objectivity and professionalism in disclosing news, defending national issues and promoting security and stability, as well as documenting the kingdom's civilizational and developmental goals. Now we shall go for a short commercial break.
The 16th branch of Megamart and Macromart supermarkets in Bahrain has opened in Sahla. The best offers are available to the customers at affordable rates. Everyone is welcome. During and around the opening day, a variety of fish including salmon, meat and dairy products, roastery, frozen items, food and non-food items, groceries, fruits and vegetables, electronics, Garments and ready-to-eat food items are available to the customers at affordable rates. Hearty welcome to all. Megamart and Macromart, your favorite shopping destination.
Welcome back. Industry Minister met SMEs Development Society Chairman. Abdullah bin Adel Fakhru, Minister of Industry and Commerce, received MP Ahmed Al Saloom, Chairman of the Bahrain SMEs Development Society, and a number of society members. The meeting discussed topics related to the SME sector in Bahrain. Minister Fakhru affirmed the ministry's support for the SME sector, which is witnessing a significant growth thanks to the government support. Facilities to deliver Zamzam to Hajj pilgrims unveiled. Facilities have been unveiled to make Zamzam water accessible to Muslim pilgrims in Saudi Arabia, where thousands of people are arriving ahead of Hajj pilgrimage due later this month. The Saudi Al-Jamazima company has mobilized its human resources and set up 9 field centers operating around the clock to deliver Zamzam right to the residencies of pilgrims in the holy city of Mecca. The field service centers are working around the clock in Mecca and the holy places, manned by over 950 employees overseen by a group of supervisors and center managers added. UAE announced a $20 million contribution for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. The United Arab Emirates announced $20 million for the United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees in the Near East, UNRWA. The agency provides education, healthcare, relief and social services to Palestinian refugees. It is funded almost entirely by contributions from UN member states. Ambassador Lana, permanent representative of the UAE to the UN, announced the UAE's contribution, which will be disbursed over the next 2 years, during a meeting of the ad hoc committee of the General Assembly for the announcement of voluntary contributions to UNRWA. Landslide in China's Sichuan province killed 14 and 180 were rescued. A landslide in China's southwestern Sichuan province has killed 14 people and left 5 missing, Chinese state media has reported. The landslide occurred at around 6 a.m. to 2200 GMT on Sunday morning in a mountainous area near Leshan city in the south of the province. More than 180 rescue workers have been dispatched to the site, with search and rescue operations still ongoing, it has been announced. Indian officials ended the rescue work for train crash. With rescue work finished, authorities began clearing the mangled wreckage of two passenger trains that derailed in eastern India, killing more than 300 people and injuring hundreds in one of the country's deadliest rail accidents in decades, officials have said on Sunday. Investigators are looking into possible causes behind Friday night's crash in Balasore district of eastern Odisha state, including whether human error or signal failure played a role. 15 bodies were rescued on Saturday evening and efforts continued overnight as heavy cranes were used to remove an engine that had settled on top of a rail car. No bodies were found in the engine and the work was completed on Sunday morning, said Director General of the Fire Emergency Services in Odisha. With this, we come to the end of today's news. Stay tuned for daily news updates in Bmc News Live English at 7:30 p.m. Thank you so much for watching. Signing off by Shina Sultana. Good night.